Joining me now is the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management Africa, Remy Dairo. Remy, good morning. It's nice to have you join me right now. Now, it's really a source of concern and worry to a lot of people that the rate of suicide is increasing by the day.
It's alarming.
Now, make us understand. What's the difference now? Is it that it has always been, and it's just that the searchlight is more now, so it makes us hear of them more, or it is actually the rate that is going higher?
Yes, suicide has been, in Nigeria for some time. We hear of people come to suicide here and there, but it's becoming more higher of recent, and then the past 1-2 years it's been very heavy, and Nigeria is becoming like number 5 in the world now, and then the number is increasing day by day. And I tell you, some few factors are, number one, economic depression. When the economy is bad, people are thinking, what else will I do? I mean, people are owing, you are owing so much, you are owing the banks, you are owing your neighbors. People are saying, what else do I do? Then the social media flukes. When people say, oh, I saw someone, oh, this person has made it. I saw the person with the car. I saw the person, look at the way it's looking. Look at what I'm looking. I didn't know the person used, all the software to clean up. Probably it's Photoshop or stay in somebody's house or hanging around somebody's car. And then, so social media has increased the level of tension and pressure upon the people by saying that, oh, some people are getting better and then I'm not getting better. And then what should I do? I kill myself and all that. And I don't know that, that person just use app to tidy up the face on social media. And number 3, the way our poor parenting. So these days parents don't even stay at home to talk to their children anymore. They wake up early in the morning and they come back late in the night. So the children are just vulnerable, and they are thinking, what else will I do? My mother is not here, my father is not here, then I should take my life. And then our education curriculum is not even helping. So we just have courses.
So it's a whole lot of a mix of a lot of things. But from where we stand right now, how helpless is the situation? Because social media has come to stay. We still have very big challenges when you mentioned the issue of economy, because where we are right now,
it's a reality.
Where we're going is still very far.
So I think we have 3 dimensions of solution. I am a certified life coach from the UK, and then we have a life coaches association in Nigeria, which I'm also a member here. So I think number 1, we have 3 dimensions to the solution. Probably I'll talk about that later. Government angle, we have the family angle, and we have individual angle. Okay. So let's take government angle for this time. So number 1, the government must establish life coaches, in schools and organizations where people can meet with their coaches and say, okay, see, I'm having an issue. Who do I talk to? Most times, they don't have anybody to talk to. So there should be, just like we have doctors and we have healthcare in hospitals, there should be a life coach in organization where people can, or in school, people can talk to them. 2, there should be a tweak in our curriculum. Now that social media has come, it's a reality. Then let us introduce a course called Life 101, where people can learn about life. Failure is real. When you fail, you get up again. But in school, they don't teach you that. You just come and face life, and then you face reality on social media and say, then I'm gone. So the number 3, government should create more educational center where people can relax, think, and then leave is compulsory. You shouldn't buy your leave.
Wow.
So people just walk and walk and walk, and they forget about their emotion. Before bottled up, and then there's the blast. And that's what we call it.
So there's so much to be done here. Remy Dairo, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Joining me now is the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management Africa, Remy Dairo. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast. Now, when you look at the statistics, 40 seconds, someone dies. And what is even more concerning for me is the fact that about the age bracket, 15 to 29, are persons who are, prone to this act.
Suicide, yeah.
So one wonders, what really is the issue when you look at that age bracket? Because you would say that they don't have much to think about.
They do. See, because of the economic situation of the country and the new career that parents have really got involved with in this century, parents do not do proper parenting anymore. So those days, your mother will call you to the room and say, "Let me tell you some things." You don't have that anymore. So children are exposed to social media. They're exposed to fake life. They're exposed to all the flukes on the media, and they are like, "Wow!" Or even movies, and say, "Wow, what a wonderful life life these people are enjoying and I'm not enjoying this. So fantasies and all that. And then, you know, before you know, they take their life because they think that they are not worthy. Some will even say, I'm born in the wrong, you know, in the wrong home, so I should die. I should just, you know.
But that is supposed to make them dream.
So instead of them to dream, because there's no, you know, so between dreaming and frustration is just a thin line, because thinking. So somebody must direct that mind. So that's why I come up with a solution for, I mean, either from the government, from parenting, and from individuals. So I think this session, let's look at, you know.
All right. So now, talking about finding solution, where do we begin to protect these ones? Okay. And then we talk about the general as a whole. Generally. Especially, let's start with the teens, because they said children are the leaders of tomorrow. Where do we begin when we want to protect this one?
So for parents, they must, number one, have what is called a talking time. When, I mean, as busy as you are, you must have a time where you talk with your children, with your teenagers. So what's going on here? What happened in school today? What happened? What I think you're thinking about? So there must be a talking time. Most of the time, they want to talk. They can't find anybody they could talk to. So when they cannot find who to talk to, they talk to themselves, and then there'll be another voice whispering to them, end it, end it, end it. So parents must have what is called talking time. Number two, parents must have what is called appreciating time in the family. When you say, wow, you're looking good, yeah, you're my smart son, my smart daughter. Now, many of these children don't hear that all the time. And that's why when they hear a wrong voice or a negative voice, they take to it because they don't get appreciated most of the time. So probably they bully them in school, they bully you at home, and then even your parents are saying you are good for nothing, look at your result, you this, you are that.
So parents need to also know how to talk to their children
and appreciate them better. Then number three, there was what they call digging time. Digging time to say, what is going on with you? Why are you so moody? Why are other children playing and you're just in one room alone? What's happening here? So when you dig deeper, you find those reasons why your children are behaving funny. Then you can quickly come in.
So where does the government come in now?
Now the government must introduce what is called life courses in our schools. Children just go to school to study those hard courses. So it's the hard way. When they get out, they meet something else in the social media, they meet something else in life, they fail. But they didn't tell me I'm going to fail. They told me if I go to school, I'm going to be this. And I'm not that already. So let me end it. So there must be what is called Life 101 on our curriculum, where children or young people can learn about life. That life is not about fantasy all the time. And then if you fail, you are not a failure. That event failed or that thing failed, you can always find your way back again to succeed. And then failure is part of success. We don't teach this in school. We just say, you go out there, go and succeed, go and get your job, go and start your business, and then when you get out there, it's a different thing.
All right, Remy Dairo, thank you so much for educating us this morning. Thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Joining me now is the President, Institute of Productivity and Business Innovation Management, Africa, Remy Dairo. Remy, good morning. It's good to have you join me right now. A lot of people have attributed the cases of suicide to substance abuse. What role does that play in making people depressed, or maybe a depressed person who uses substances?
Yes, so I think when people get depressed, they are looking for something to take them off from the reality to another world. So you need to use drug or to use substance, and then that hides you up, and then I can't think of those things again. I'm in another world, and before you know, it's damaging your brain, damaging your system, and then probably
gets you addicted.
And before you know, some of them even die in the process of
the surprising thing there is that you find sometimes teenagers are found, commit suicide, and then you ask, what a teenager who maybe doesn't have those kind of responsibilities in life yet, when you talk about economic and all of that, how surprising is that to you?
It's not in our own time. When we were younger, there was no social media and all this, but today in this world now, there's social media everywhere, and then you see that this fluke, this fake life, and then see people using app to clean up and then looking good beside somebody's car or somebody's house, and say, wow, why I can look, what I'm seeing here is people are doing well, I'm not looking good. Look at my skin, I'm not looking fine.
They feel discouraged about life.
And then they say, okay, let me hand it. Or sometimes you watch some of these home videos, and then and then you see a couple happy home, and you see the whole place packing. You didn't know it's just prepared to make them look at success that way. But then life is not like that sometimes. Most of the time. So they get discouraged. Or even watching some of our musical videos, you see people
flamboyant,
flamboyant, spending dollars of
so much lavish.
Lavish, and then you say like, what's happening to me?
Yeah, but what's the difference between, because we've seen some people who have seen these they get themselves inspired, and then they work hard to achieve whatever they want to achieve. What's the difference between people like that and those who feel depressed, on the other hand, in the same kind of environment?
It's a mindset. It's a mindset. So as an individual, if you see that, what will you think? So you have an opportunity to think, oh, this is better. How can I work more to make this happen? Or, oh, this is better, but I have a bad one here, so let me hand it. So I think it's a mindset thing. It's a software. We are looking at the hardware, which is the people committing suicide. So the software here is, number one, you must have a lifestyle of gratitude. You must be able to say, oh, I thank you for where I am, Lord. God, I thank you for where I am. I'm not there yet.
Is this about God in the first place?
Yeah, it can be about God, your creator.
There are lots of people who don't necessarily believe in that.
So in this case, it might not be God, but the question is, I thank my creator for creating me this way. I know I am. It's a mindset. I'm going somewhere. I'm not there yet, but I'm going somewhere. It's a mindset. Then number two is you don't need to compare yourself with another person. You might need to say, okay, this person is good. Can I learn something from this person? So
instead of putting pressure on yourself.
So I can learn, why is this person looking good? Hello, I saw you on social media, and you look at, what did you use? I use this. I mean, by the time you begin to ask questions, you find out that you are even better, because the grass can be greener, when you are far away.
It looks green on the other side, but it may not be so.
Something else. Then number three, before I go, is for you to now say, if there's a need for you to, if you are depressed, ask for help.
All right.
Don't keep quiet. Ask for help.
Ask for help. That's key. Thank you very much, Remi Dairo, for coming on the program.
Thank you. Yeah.